already know our executive branch and our legislative branch is bought by corporations and lobbyists, but it turns out that our judicial branch is also bought, okay? And I know that most of you guys already suspected that, but now there's an actual study that was conducted by the Brennan Center for Justice at NYU. And they looked at all these different cases where Supreme Courts, state Supreme Courts, had a conflict of interest, okay, where a corporation or a lobbyist donated money, or a company donated money to a judge's campaign, and then the judge ruled in favor of them in a case, right? So they gave an example of a case back in 2007 in West Virginia. And the West Virginia Supreme Court voted in favor of a coal company, right? And the coal company was facing a class action lawsuit because of some of the damages that some of their employees suffered as a result of working for the company. Well, the coal company had funded the elections of some of the judges that ruled on that case. And of course, the judges voted in their favor.
There's a wild coincidence. So look, the minute I saw judges being elected, however many years ago that was, I thought, bad idea, genes, okay? Now, it's a bad idea in a non-corrupt system because they're supposed to be interpreting the law, they're supposed to be legal experts, I know. But look, at the same time, at least it's nice to try, right? But if you subject them to the popular will, then they are not doing that then. Then they're responding to the popular will, not what's in the letter of the law. And it's just a different branch of government. Of course, you should elect your legislatures to pass the law according to popular will, but the judges interpreting that law should not be subject to the same pressures, right? So it's a bad idea to begin with. Now, when you add on top of it our corrupt system where people who get elected based purely on the money, 94% of the people who win are the ones who have more money in that election. Well, then, of course, the judges are going to have enormous incentive to rule in the direction of the companies that have a lot of money at stake in front of their courts. The fact that they do not recuse themselves in those cases is outrageous.
It is outrageous. And also, what about cases where a judge is not seeking election or running a campaign, right? So the first judge that comes to mind is Mark Civarella, who is the Kids for Cash judge, right? Who got funded by private prisons. And as a result of that, he became a millionaire because of that. And as a result, he would put these teenagers in juvenile detention centers for months, for tiny little...
Sometimes years.
Yeah.
That's because, now that was illegal. There was a kickback that he was getting. He was getting direct cash and he wound up going to jail for it, right? But money is the same incentive either way. But instead, when you say to a judge, it's legalized bribery, I'm going to give you the money so you can win this election and then hence get paid your salary and have the prestige, et cetera, et cetera. And then when my case comes before you, I mean, I give you maybe 10,000 and the case is worth 10 million, you rule in my favor. We've set up a system that encourages corruption, and now we've done it for the judiciary. It's a terrible idea.
It is a terrible idea. But what I'm curious about is, we have some states that are now, that still appoint judges. The governor will appoint the judges for the state Supreme Court. And then there are other states who don't do that, They have the elections. How do we move back to only having appointed judges within the state Supreme Courts?
Look, you're going to have to reel that whole process back in so many different states because every state does it differently. And you got to go state by state and try to make the judges unelected and appointed. Now, at the same time, people will say, well, they get appointed by corrupt people anyway. That's how we wound up with this corporatist Supreme Court in the first place. When Nixon figured out, hey, why don't I just take people from like the Chamber of Commerce or people who say, I swear I will always vote in favor of the business interest, and I'll put them on the Supreme Court. And so that started in the 1970s, and we have the situation we have now. How do you address all that? You cut off the cash to the politicians in the first place. Wolf-pack.com. I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying, okay? Not a big deal. Wolfpack.